Hi, this is my activity for unpacking the standard. The first activity in Unit 1, Module 6. I chose the Common Core Standard to MBT5, fluently solve addition and subtraction facts within 100. The standard can be found in the companion document for second grade on the website of my school district. And I chose this standard because I really believe that it is like a foundational standard for second grade. We start teaching it at the end of quarter two, and it's a standard that we report on quarter three, and it really builds up the skills of second graders and what they can do in math in second grade. And also, it's a standard that it's essential in order to um, be ready to practice another standard in quarter four, that is solving addition of subtraction up to 1000. So it's very important that the students know this standard in order to complete other standards. And also, what I like the most about this standard is that in order to get a 3, the student needs to use multiple strategies. So it's not enough if they just use the traditional um, the traditional way in which they use columns to show the work. They have to use different strategies like number lines or place value, and they have to show that they can use strategies that we have learned, like doubles or making 10, these kind of strategies that we taught in the first and second quarter. So to me, the big idea, it's the fact that they can solve. This is the verb in the statement of the standard. The student solves equations, but in order to do that, they have to use different strategies. Different strategies is the noun in this standard, and it's what they are supposed to learn. Apart from solving equation, they need to know that there are different strategies that they can use in order to solve the strategy. And also, this big idea, using different strategies, is something that they can apply to other standards in math, like solving word problems, for example. And as I said, the skills that they are going to learn and they are going to apply in the future in math and also in other grades, like third grade, it's solving, and that can be applied to solve addition, subtraction, but also in third grade, solving division and multiplication or solving fractions, and also the skill of using different strategies that they can apply not only to math, but also to English, like reading, writing. They can apply that to science. They can apply that skill to art, for example. Now, let me explain a little bit how I intend to practice this in standard in class, or actually how I really practice it in class, because it's a standard that we are working on it right now in my classroom. So in class, I really focus on the fact that they need to show their work, that they cannot just do it in their head and write out the answer. They really need to show their work. And I also focus on the fact that they need to use two strategies, like number line and place value, like decomposing the numbers. And also, one of the points of this activity was to how I can balance what I expect from my students to learn and their literacy level, which is essential in my classroom because I teach in a Spanish immersion program. So I really try to use vocabulary that we have learned in class, that we use in class, and it's vocabulary that they already know, that they are used to seeing in class, like strategies and equation. And I really focus on this vocabulary for them to feel comfortable when they read it in an assessment or in a practice exercise. And also, another way to practice the standard is to have them work with a partner, because part of the standard is that they can use successfully different strategies. So one thing that I also want them to do is to practice with a partner. So it's also an opportunity for them to work in group. They need to discuss which strategy would be better to solve the equation. And then they have to show their work. And again, the vocabulary in Spanish is vocabulary that they know, like trabaja en equipo is something that I say all the time that they see in the writing activities. And like estrategia is another vocabulary word that they no, and I try to make it even easier for them using es más fácil, which one is easier instead of using the English structure would be better. But maybe it's not they don't know as well as es más fácil. And finally, to assess the standard to make sure that they are getting it, I would use whiteboards and I stick tickets in the classroom. Then every 2 weeks, I do like a checkpoint, like a quiz, and then at the end of the quarter, I have the summative assessment, which is the district-wide assessment. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and feedback is welcome. Thank you.